Hi guys, it's Tuesday afternoon. I've just popped into the greenhouse at home and to my nice surprise I've just had a look through a few things. Everything's ticking over nicely here. I'll spin around and I'll show you the dahlia's starting to come through alright. The Cornish giants are coming up canny as well. I'm going to have to pot them on, all of them here as well, shortly. I've got all them bedding plants are coming up. The Belia's not really coming up very well. I have to water some of these stuff, but so I'll pop these and I'll just show you. So we'll start from the top here. We've got my Astar Duchess mixed. They're looking good, strong green, clean. I've got my chrysanthemum. Nothing on the lobelia side yet. These are all in stadium. I can't remember the variety of them. Marigolds that I bought. Not very good. I did, as you can see, the algae on the top. I didn't really water them with some clean water. I used the rainwater. It doesn't really work very well. So I've got two different varieties of marigolds, but there's some there to play with. The ones that I saved, seeds I saved, and as you can see, there's one which is a bit naff. These I'll have to remember to put them on. I'm sure one side's Snapdragon and one side's something else I can't remember. We've got Mammoth, the onions, they're improved in the red. They're coming up alright, better than the last one I had. This one with our daisies are coming up there. The viola on the left hand side, they're good. The busy lizzies, nothing's come of them. And if we come down the level, nothing's on these dahlia tubers. I'll have to check them out. I'll have to give them a squeeze and check them out. Make sure that they're not rotten. They're fine. They're fine. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. They get developed roots, like. And then we've got this one here, which has come up leaps and bounds. It's fantastic. It's great. So we'll be able to get a cutting off that, and several cuttings off them. Tomatoes that's in here, I haven't started nothing yet. And as you can see here, the Cornish giants. Coming up nice. I'll have to pot them on. This one with our daisies, I've put in these little tubs here. They're coming up alright. Once again, lobelia. I know it's difficult to germinate, but I've got these in here. Nothing's happened there yet. I've got some. These are leeks. The leeks are the onions. I can't remember if they're leeks or onions now. See, that's why you always need to mark what plants you've got. I believe they're all Musselburgh. No, they're not. Sorry, I tell a lie. They're my granddad's leeks. They're from inside the house. So I need to clean them up, sort that out, which I will do. They're Musselburgh leeks, as I've tagged them. That's a late Peter Glazebrook onion, which should be pencil thick and like this tall now, but messed up with that. The Ailsa Craig onions, they're coming up alright. And like I say, I've got some got another cutting on there on the pom pom variety. There's some cuttings coming up on here as well, which I'm pleased about. Now I did have lots of cuttings on this one here, but you see, the frost's getting a bit, and that tuber's done, and all the ones that was on here have now gone to mush. But that's because the frost got of it, so I'm going to have to lift that dahlia up, clean it off, sort it out. Yeah, I've got some nice cuttings and nice growth on these as well. There's nothing really on these bits yet. These ones, there is a little bit on here, but yeah, still nothing really happening over here. And the saved plants, they're still ticking over nicely. That's on here. We've got the Ailsa Craig onions, we've got the Musselburgh leeks, same as the ones that's over that side. I need to nip the tops of these sweet peas out. And there's nothing shown from the gladiola that I put in. But the last thing I want to show you is, which is my cuttings. I'm very impressed with these, very impressed. Now, I did put these, the cuttings here, the chrysanthemum cuttings. These are the big ones from my granddad's. I've got these. I put them in the root rye cubes to try them, and I tell you what, the roots on them is amazing. So big reveal. Look at the roots on them. Look at the fibrous roots on them. That's absolutely amazing, that. Absolutely amazing. That's ready to be potted up. I'm astounded by the root system on that. So I'd recommend them root rye cubes, definitely. And just to show you, it's another one off. Here's the other one. They definitely work. I don't care what anybody says, they do work. So I'll definitely be putting some more cuttings in them. So see how things go with them. But yeah, well, that's just a quick one for up in here. I'll be back down to the allotment tomorrow and get crack on there. I'll have a full day at the allotment tomorrow, child free, hopefully, as long as he's all right. And I've got some more. Looks like I've got some more cuttings to take here as well off the mini mums, which I will take as well, possibly tomorrow. But as of now, I'll catch you tomorrow down at the garden. Hi again, it's still Tuesday. I popped up into the girls' bedroom to check on how the sunflowers were doing a week in from sowing them last week, and they were thriving. They've absolutely jumped. It might have been the heat in the bedroom, so what I've done is I've taken them. I'm in the little greenhouse in the back garden at the moment. I've taken the largest ones that look like they were getting a bit leggy, but they were nice and thick stemmed as well. I'll show you in a second. I've taken them out and I've repotted them into the pine pots that I've got spare from the leeks what the leeks were in. These root rye cubes are amazing. The growth and the root system alone is absolutely fantastic. I'll just show you this one here. I'm amazed with it. I'll just turn around and show you again. Just focus in there. So here it is here. The two I've got in the pot here. Look at the root system on that. Excuse the messy fingers. That is immense. Absolutely over the moon with them. It's still a little plant, but I've potted some of these on, so you can see I've potted them onto the pine pots. I've still got a few in here which are smaller ones, including the two giant ones which are in here. I've also had a delivery today of some more giants, so more sunflower giants seeds. So I've put some of them in to start off in my germination chamber. It's in here somewhere. Oh, I've put it under there with the lights to keep it nice and warm as well. So I'm just going to finish off potting these two in, then pop these ones back into the house. Then we'll go from them. But we already have had a casualty, and this here and here, I didn't pull out the roots. I just snapped, and as you can see, that's what I'm on about being leggy. So this has obviously had too much heat and not enough light, even though it's sitting on the windowsill, so it must have had too much heat. So I'm going to leave them out here. I'm just going to pop this one back in. I'm going to put a bit of rooting powder on this one and pop it back in and see if it comes back. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got plenty. Never mind. I've set another set away. So the ones that I had in the germination tank, the ones I didn't soak last week, I've put in here. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 in there, and I've just thrown the rest in here. So these I'll probably just give away, or I'll see what happens. But because I put the whole packet in, you see, to germinate, which was wrong. So I'm going to crack on. I'm just going to crack on and get these bits done, and I'll give you an update on what's happening tomorrow as well when I get on the allotment. Hello, excuse the messy fingers. But these are the giant sunflowers that I popped into root rye cubes last Monday, and as you can see, they've went absolutely berserk. They're thriving. The root, there's the root right at the bottom there. It's going for days. That's great. I'd highly recommend these root rye cubes. They're fantastic. I've put some chrysanthemum cuttings in as well, just to show you as well. And this is the result from the cuttings. So as you can see, the roots on them are great. And we will be putting these on tomorrow. But just from cuttings, I mean, that is fantastic. That I'd highly recommend getting some root rye to try. Like. Hello guys, it's Wednesday. I I've been pretty busy elsewhere today, so I've not been able to get down to the garden today. I will be down there tomorrow. So I've decided to come into the greenhouse because the onions, which I got the last batch anyways of Harry Houghton, they've come along here, and they've come on leaps and bounds. I've potted a couple on the windowsill in little Elizabeth's bedroom, which I said I could, and I've left some under the lights as well, just to see if there was any difference. You potted them in cocoa, something that a lot of the growers are growing in this year. It's not something that I'm growing in, and I was advised to pot them into some clover multi-purpose with of course some charge and stuff added in, which is exactly what I did. And these are the results at the moment. So as you can see, they're getting pretty big, and there's the base. I've got tall necks on them. So I'm just busy potting them on from into these pots into the paint pots, just while I can while I've got them. So I'll just take that out and I'll just show you what the roots are like. See what this one's like. Anyways, the other ones have been great. So as you can see there, just spin it around, a good root ball on the bottom of there. I didn't water this one in. I watered the others, but I didn't water this one in. That's the reason as to why it's all crumbling away. Never mind. Right, so just pop this in here. Pop some more compost in here as well, because they're going to need it. Just fill in all the holes in the bottom, because you don't want any gaps. Just get a bit of compost put in there. So what I'm potting it into, I'm potting it into some clover multi-purpose with some added charge, some myco, and also some perlite. So that's pretty much what I'm potting a lot of the stuff in. Of course measured out as well as the packet instructs. So I've got one more to do, and I'll take us down from there and I'll show you the end result, and I'll pop these back in the house. I've looked on the chrysanthemum up here as well, and it looks like I can get some more cuttings from the mini mums, so I'm going to get that done as well while I'm in here as well. I've got a few of the dahlias which are starting to shoot away as well, which I'm pretty pleased of. And I've just been nicking the tops of the sweet peas as well, which I've put into the greenhouse in the back garden. But I'm going to get cracked on, so I'll take some from there and you can have a look at the onions the way they are at the moment. So that's these potted on. I'm trying to get a bit further back here. So as you can see, the tops, I need to get some longer sticks, which I'll get on Saturday when I go down to the allotment hut. Trying to find something for comparison really. Well, as you can see, the paint pots, they are really tall. I mean, I'd say it's about, the top ones are about the length of my forearm, maybe it's a bit bigger. And the widths, they're about pencil thick. They're about pencil thick now. I have got more underneath here, so I've got more under there which I need to put on, but I need to bring some pots down from the allotment, which I'll do tomorrow. And I'm going to get them potted on tomorrow as well. But like I was saying with the cuttings, it looks like with the mini mums I can get some more cuttings on there, because there's still some there's some growth on there, these ones here. So I might try to get some more cuttings off these, get some more put in. So we'll see how things go with that now. So that's all them bits and pieces sorted out. I'm getting the cuttings and everything done and dusted. I've also taken the sneaky little cuttings of some geraniums as well, that I were originally taken as cuttings as well. I'll show you them once I spin you around. I've cleared off all of the chrysanthemums, the mini mums, and I've managed to get 38 cuttings, which I've halved. I sort of halved. I'll spin you around, I'll just show you and talk you through it. So these here are the new ones, what I've just taken today. As you can see on here, I've put on mini mums with charge and rooting powder. So that's all of these ones here. So I want to see what the difference is between they've got, this soil's got charge in, it's got perlite, and of course I used some rooting powder for the cuttings themselves as well. This one at the back here just has compost. There's no rooting powder, no charge, no nothing. So it's just straight from the cut, straight from the plant, taking the bottom leaves off, snipped at an angle, put straight in. So give it 4 weeks time, we'll see what the differences are regards the roots, and we'll go from there. So I thought it was just a little bit of an experiment. I've put they're the sunflowers that I potted on last night, and of course just the ones that I had left over, I just popped into there. The other ones are just sitting at the back there. I need to sort them out as well. The giant onions, I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna get some sticks, some larger sticks on Saturday. But for the time being, that's where they're sitting in. I'm going to be moving them back into the house. 4 of them will be going back in the house, and 1 of them will be going back under the grow light for the grow room. As you can see here, these are the cuttings I'm getting off the geranium, which is this one here. I don't even know what colour they are, so this is going to be a surprise for me because I'm forgetting. So that's them done as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to head off back inside. I don't know if I've showed you or not, but first time I've ever grown in a stadium, and they're coming up leaps and bounds in this greenhouse, which is sitting lovely at 10 degrees by the way, and I think it has done all day today. I'm pleased about that, because I've been having a lot of problems in this greenhouse in regards to the heating and things like that. So at the back here we've got, I showed you before, that'll probably be the first cutting I take ever of any dahlia, so that'll be interesting. Then followed on by them 2 that's over there, so this one here and this one here. But that'll be in another video. As from now, I'm done and dusted, and I'm going to shoot off, so I'll catch you tomorrow. See you later. So what I've got here is I'm going to start sowing my sweet peppers. The different varieties I have are as follows. I have 3 varieties of sweet pepper. So I've got sweet mini red, which I'm trying this year. I have Romano mixed, and I've also got California Wonder. I did that one last year and I come up with some nice ones last year, so I thought I'd try it again. But of course in larger pots this year round. So what I've got here is I've got single pots which are sitting soaking in the tray. You can get these from Lidl's, Aldi's. I think they're £2.99, £3.99, the way when I bought them last year anyways. Excuse the wind, I say it's very windy up here, so the camera may shake a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I've already marked out, I haven't yet, I'm going to mark out what they are. I'm going to pop them in here. I've had a look at this average seed content in here, and it's got 50, 50 and 30. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to sow two per row here. So 2 per pot, 2 per pot, 2 per pot. Then in 2 weeks time, 2 per pot, then 1 per pot here. So I'm just going to do 2 sowings of this, which one is it? Not the California Wonder, the Romano. So I'm going to do two sowings of these, but 3 sowings of the others, the other 2. That's just because of the amount of seeds that I've got. So instead of, so you can just sow them in here, then transplant them later, but just to try and save a bit of time, because I was constantly last year transplanting plants. And sometimes root disturbance is a big factor on things as well. Disturbing the roots can cause the plant to stun growth, so to speak. So what I'm doing this year is I'm just going to put them in these pots, let them get big enough, and I'm going to put them into these pots here. Now I know what you're thinking, why not just put them in these pots straight away? One thing is space. The second thing is I want the young plant to have a nice root ball before I plant it out into the next size cup, because once it goes into that cup, it stays in that cup until it goes either outside or in pots. So that's where I'm standing at that at the moment. So just like I did prior, I've got these sitting soaking in. They've been soaked there for a little while now, so I'm going to just quickly stop the camera. I'm going to write these down on here, then so I know what's what, then start planting them up. So what I've got here is, I'll start off with the sweet, the mini reds. That's these ones here. So shake the packet, make sure all the seeds are at the bottom. few with my hand there. So 1 in there, 2 in there. Now, as I've said before, the reason why I put 2 in per pot is just in case one doesn't germinate. You can chit these, so put them on a wet paper towel, damp paper towel, in a little container, and see which ones chit, see which ones produce roots, then just like you would big parsnips and stuff like that. But I'm just going to put them straight in. That's one done. I just need to push them in. I'll put them away back in my pot. So the next one's will be California Wonder. Slide there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last one for these trays is the Romano. Now, with only having 30 seeds in here, what I'll do is I'll just sow 2 per pot this time round, and 1 per pot in 2 weeks' time. One of the main things I like about growing the sweet peppers, I do eat them, but I like seeing the colour. The colour in the greenhouse, just like the tomatoes, is lovely red, and you get different coloured tomatoes and stuff like that. I tried the black crimson ones last year to no avail, which was no good. So that's the reason why I'm not trying them this year. But I just like seeing the different colours. Really makes things look nice. That's why I've got them hyacinths in here, not just for the smell, they look nice when your crays come in the greenhouse as well. It's a bit of early colour. So put them back in, that's everyone's done. So I just need to push them down, which I'll do. They've already been soaked, so that's that done. I'll just I'll just leave them on this bench in here. So I'll put them back in. The next lot I've got, when I went to visit Paul Rochester with little Elizabeth to pick up my giants, I was just having a look around, and I spotted a bell pepper that he had put outside, a bell pepper plant. It was a large plant, and he was just telling us about it, where it come from and stuff like that. And he said I could take the one that was left on the plant, see if it can grow. So I saved them. I saved the seeds, and that was last November. So I saved the seeds last November. I'm going to open them up, see what they're like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow these separately. So I'm going to pop them into this tray here, and I'm going to grow them in this tray and put them out the way. I've got tons and tons in here. They all look clean, which is a good start. So what I'll do is I'll do half. I'll sow half on one side and half on another. So I'll just pop some of these back because I'll not be sowing all of them today. So I'll do them in rows with a bit of space now as well. One there, one there. So I'll put 5 per row. So I'll put 10 in today, and we'll see how things go with them. Smashing. I'll just pop them away as well. So I'm going to do exactly the same for the cauliflower and the Brussels sprouts, is what I've just done here. I'm going to sow them 'cause I've got another two or three trays in there. So I'm going to get the next lot out. I'm going to do them. I'll not show you because there's no need to, but I'm going to get them sorted today. Then I'm going to get on with the chrysanthemum cuttings from the large ones, and I'll show you how I take the cuttings from them as well. Okay, so here I have my chrysanthemum bush, just a little bush variety that I got, once again cheap. And you can see it's thrown off a couple of shoots in the middle there. So what I'm going to do with it, I've just picked up a new razor blade, and I'm going to find right down to the base. There's a couple there, so I'll just move them out of the way. Right down to the base, and I'm just going to nick it with the razor blade. I'm actually getting two there, which is good. And as you can see there we have it. A couple of cuttings there. So there's another one in there as well, which I'll grab. And hopefully in a few weeks' time I'll have they'll start shooting roots. There's a few more on there, but they're not big yet, so I'll just leave them on there. And the fresh growth on the top here I'll just leave as well. So I'm getting 3 cuttings off this one, so that'll do for these ones. I'll just quickly sort them out and I'll swap over for these ones as well. So when I'm taking my cuttings, I don't know if I've showed you or not. So I've got my cuttings here. What I do with them is I remove the lower leaves. So I'll just find somewhere for them. So remove the lower leaves, because you want to promote growth in the roots instead of growth from the top. So there's one more there. I like leaving them 3 on the top there like that. Sorry. I like leaving the 3 on the top like that. Make sure you've got a diagonal cut. If you've got some rooting powder, use a rooting powder. I don't have any rooting powder yet today, so I'm just going to plop them straight in. There's still a root. So there's one. I'll do this one as well. Just quickly. 2. And the last one here. You can use, I've heard you can use other things rather than just rooting hormone powder. You can use cinnamon, I believe. I remember seeing that somewhere. So there's something handy. If you don't have any rooting powder, try a dash of cinnamon on the bottom. That supposedly encourages the root growth as well. But I'm just going to pop them in there like that. And that's them ones done. Quick bag. So this one, I don't know what this one is, because the 2 of them got mixed up, and the goes done in pencil and it's rubbed away with it being outside, so that's no good now. So we'll just have to see what they're like. I'll have to keep them all together, then just to be surprised when it comes to it. So same thing again, right at the bottom. There we go. So there's one. Pop them that side there out. As well. Go. And so on and so forth. You can't really see there, sorry about that. So yeah, so there we go. I've taken them cuttings. I'm going to do some more, and that's me done for the day. I say for the day for this morning. I will be back down tomorrow just to make sure that the fire and everything's running well, because I've temporarily patched it all up, so it's actually working. Because with the cold spell coming, I'm going to need the heat. I'm going to go and get myself a bag of coal just to get us by, and also chop up a load of wood. So that'll be the priorities over the next couple of days. So I'll catch you then, and I'll see what else I can get put in, because I'm sure I've got some more seeds that's ready to go in as well. So I'll catch you then. It's Saturday afternoon. I've been down to the allotment and I've just been chopping some wood up just to keep the fire stoked up, and I'll be going down there at night time to basically put the wood on the fire, etc., and keep it nice and warm down there, because we've got a cold spell coming over the weekend and through to Monday next week. So I'm done and dusted. I'll probably go back down tomorrow to cut some more wood up just like I say, to keep things running over nicely. As of Monday, I'll start putting the second batch of tomatoes and stuff in, as it'll have been nearly 2 weeks, and we'll see how things go from there. I've got on the Wednesday, I've got to go and pop down and put the second batch of peas in, so still lots to get on with, but as of this week, that's me signing off. Thanks for all the new subscribers. We're close to hitting 400 subscribers on the YouTube channel, so welcome to everybody on there as well. I hope you like what you see, and I'll just comment and I'll speak to you. I love it. I do. I thoroughly enjoy speaking to all new people. Welcome to all the people joining on the sunflower competition. It's still not too late to sow your seeds yet for the sunflower. I'm doing mine weekly. I've got some more seeds chitting there on the way on my bench here, which I'll show you next week. I'll be potting them in. But yeah, so I'll see you next week. Watch what you're doing. Keep on plotting, and I'll see you then. See ya.